Meanwhile, in an office at Hummer Medical Center, Edwin Hummer leaned back in his chair with his eyes closed, deep in thought. Knock, knock, knock. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. Come in. Edwin slowly opened his eyes and saw Master Lawson walking in with a solemn expression. What happened? Edwin asked, feeling a sudden wave of unease. Mr. Hummer, we just received word. Last night, the Dragon Hall Master was severely injured. Master Lawson said in a low voice. What? The Dragon Hall Master was injured? By whom? Edwin's expression changed slightly. It was Dustin. Master Lawson's voice was grave. The Dragon Hall Master went personally to apprehend him, but not only was he defeated, his cultivation was completely crippled. Dustin? That kid has such strength. Edwin furrowed his brows. He knew very well that the Dragon Hall Master was one of his most capable fighters. Since his rise to fame, the man had met few worthy opponents. His hardened martial body style struck fear into many. Whenever trouble came up, the Dragon Hall Master could handle it with ease. And yet such a powerful expert had lost to Dustin? Unbelievable. Mr. Hummer, Dustin also had the Dragon Hall Master deliver a message to you. Master Lawson added hesitantly. What did he say? Dustin said that Miss Hummer must come and apologize in person today. If not, he'll come knocking himself. Humph! That brat dares to threaten me? What nerve! Edwin slammed the table in fury. He injured a member of the Hummer family, and now he wants us to apologize. Outrageous. Mr. Hummer, please don't act in haste. That young man's strength is formidable. I suggest we avoid direct confrontation for now. Master Lawson advised. You want me to just let him go? Edwin's expression turned cold. Of course not. Master Lawson shook his head. Dustin may be skilled, but he's just a brute. He has no standing or backing. We can completely overwhelm him with influence and strategy. Go on. Edwin nodded. Our bailing pills are something every major faction covets, especially the Harmon family. We can use this to force them into an alliance. Once we have their support, crushing someone like Dustin will be easy. Master Lawson smiled slyly. Excellent. Edwin finally smiled. As long as Natasha Harmon turns against him, that kid will be isolated. Nothing to fear then. Exactly. And since we hold the pill formula, once Dustin is dealt with, taking care of the Harmon family will be even easier. Good. I'll contact Natasha Harmon now. Edwin grinned, immediately pulling out his phone and dialing a number. Hello? Miss Harmon? I'd like to discuss a business opportunity with you. Yes, it's about the bailing pill. If our families work together, we could dominate all of Swinton, create a new legacy. As for my conditions, they're quite simple. Just hand over Dustin, and we'll be the strongest allies. As he spoke, Edwin's smile froze. His expression darkened. Mr. Hummer, what did she say? Master Lawson asked curiously. She said, Go to hell. Edwin bit the words out, one by one. What? Master Lawson's face stiffened. For a moment, either man could find anything to say. Humph! That woman is a fool, throwing away her family's interests for some pretty boy. Utterly senseless. Edwin growled through gritted teeth. She's just a woman, too easily swayed by emotion. Once our bailing pills hit the market, she'll regret it for sure. Master Lawson echoed. Edwin didn't reply. His face darkened. Lately, things hadn't been going well. Every move felt blocked. Mr. Hummer! Bad news! Just then, a doctor rushed in, panicked. Miss Hummer's condition has worsened. She's critical. What? Critical? Edwin leapt to his feet and grabbed the doctor's collar. How is that possible? She was fine just last night. Miss Hummer's condition is unusual. It's beyond the scope of medical treatment. You'll understand once you see her. The doctor stammered. Lead the way. Edwin's expression was grim. He followed the doctor quickly and soon reached the ICU. There, on the hospital bed, Tina Hummer lay pale as a sheet, her eyes half closed in pain, as if enduring some invisible torment. Tina! How do you feel? Edwin rushed to her bedside, worry all over his face. Dad, it hurts so much. I feel terrible. Tina's voice was faint and weak, like her breath was hanging by a thread. What's going on? Why is my daughter like this? Edwin turned to glare at the doctor. Mr. Hummer, all her fractures have been properly set. With time, she'll physically recover, but there are some injuries we can't treat. The doctor said awkwardly. What kind of injuries? Edwin's brow furrowed tightly. Please look. The doctor lifted the blanket. On Tina's chest and abdomen, there were several dark purple bruises, like she'd been struck by something heavy. The bruised skin was slightly sunken, and within 10 centimeters around each spot, severe swelling had formed. It's just a few bruises, what's the big deal? Edwin frowned, not understanding. Mr. Hummer, those aren't bruises. It's a special kind of acupoint strike. The doctor's expression turned grave. Someone has sealed Miss Hummer's meridians at multiple points. If this continues, her internal organs will begin to fail. At this rate, within 2 days, her life will be in danger. What? Edwin's face changed drastically. There's really no way to treat it? The doctor sighed and shook his head. Unless we find the one who did it, there's no way to undo it. No way to cure it? Edwin Hummer's brows tightened, his face darkened. So you're saying, only that kid Dustin can save my daughter? Whoever tied the bell must untie it, the doctor replied. Only the person who struck the acupoints can unlock them. That little punk is downright vicious. Using such despicable tactics, Edwin gritted his teeth, eyes gleaming with murderous rage. Mr. Hummer, what should we do now? Master Lawson asked cautiously. Their attempt to win over Natasha Harmon had failed. The Dragon Hall master was severely injured. Diplomacy didn't work, brute force didn't work either. At this point, it seemed like there was nothing they could do against Dustin. Worst of all, Tina Hummer's life was still in Dustin's hands. Even if they wanted to fight back, they couldn't afford to risk her life. After a long silence, Edwin finally opened his mouth. Call that kid. Get ready to negotiate. Yes, sir. Master Lawson didn't dare hesitate. He quickly obtained Dustin's number, dialed it, and handed the phone to Edwin. Hello? Who's this? Dustin's voice came through. It's Edwin Hummer. Edwin forced down his fury, speaking coldly. Kid, tell me, is it true you did something to my daughter? Oh, Mr. Hummer. If you're referring to the acupuncture sealing, then yes, that was me, Dustin answered calmly. You've got some nerve. How dare you lay a hand on my daughter? Edwin growled, nearly grinding his teeth. Why don't you ask what your daughter did first? If she hadn't been so arrogant, she wouldn't have ended up like this, Dustin replied indifferently. Humph. I don't want to argue. Just undo the acupoint strikes on my daughter, now, Edwin ordered. You think I'll do it just because you tell me to? A little full of yourself, aren't you? Dustin sneered. You want to negotiate, huh? Fine. Remove the acupoint block, and I promise I won't pursue the matter any further. That's it. Also, I'll immediately lift the ban on the Nicholson family. They'll be back in business, Mr. Hummer, Dustin said flatly. You still don't get it. That's not what I want. Then what do you want? Simple. I want your daughter to apologize. What? Apologize? Edwin's expression turned ice cold. She assaulted someone without reason. Apologizing in person, isn't that the least she should do? Dustin countered. You punk! Who the hell do you think you are? You want my family to apologize to yours? You think you're worthy? Edwin was fuming. He was already letting Dustin off easy, and now Dustin wanted a public apology. Outrageous. If she doesn't apologize, then there's nothing more to talk about. And don't say I didn't warn you, your daughter doesn't have much time left. With that, Dustin hung up. That arrogant little bastard! Edwin was seething. He nearly smashed the phone in his hand. Who was he? One of the city's top 3 figures. The richest man in town. A king in the underground world. In this city, when Edwin Hummer spoke, people listened. When had he ever suffered such humiliation? Apologize to the Nicholson family? If that got out, the Hummer family's reputation would be in tatters. Mr. Hummer, sometimes you have to swallow your pride. For the young Mrs. Life, it's best to agree for now, Master Lawson advised. If I agree, won't that mean anyone can trample on the Hummer family from now on? Edwin said darkly. Sir, this is only a delay tactic. Once Miss Hummer is safe, we'll have plenty of chances to deal with him, Master Lawson reasoned. Edwin fell silent. The logic made sense. But asking the Hummer family to bow its head and apologize? Unthinkable. Unbearable. Dad, it hurts, please save me, came Tina's groaning voice from the hospital bed. Looking at her twisted expression of pain, Edwin took a deep breath. In the end, he gave in. He dialed Dustin again. Kid, I accept your condition. But don't you dare try anything funny. If you want an apology, act like you mean it. If you keep this attitude, there's no deal, Dustin replied coolly. You. Edwin's eye twitched in anger, but he forced it down. Fine. This noon, I'll send someone to apologize in person. I'll be waiting. Later that noon, in a VIP room at East River Hospital, Dahlia had already regained consciousness. The swelling on her face had gone down quite a bit. Only her hands were still bandaged, limiting her movement. When Dustin walked in with a fruit basket, he saw the Nicholson family gathered and whispering anxiously. Even old Master Nicholson, who rarely showed himself, was present. You still have the nerve to show up? As soon as Florence saw Dustin, she exploded. Do you realize what you've done? Because of you, the Hummer family blacklisted us. Allure Group is about to collapse. Are you happy now, you walking disaster? The rest didn't say anything, but their angry glares said enough. Even Dahlia Nicholson's brows furrowed. She had only just woken up but already heard that her family had been blacklisted. And the reason? Dustin had assaulted Tina Hummer in a moment of impulse. Though she knew he did it for her, his actions had thrown the entire Nicholson family into ruin. All right, enough shouting. Old Master Nicholson tried to mediate. Young Dustin acted for Dahlia's sake. It was reckless, but his heart was in the right place. Dad! At a time like this, you're still defending him? Does he have to destroy us before you'll say enough? Florence snapped. You don't need to worry, Dustin said calmly. The issue with the Hummer family, I've already handled it. You? Handle it? With what? If you were capable, would we even be in this mess? Get out. I don't want to see your face. Leave. Florence shouted furiously and snatched the fruit basket from his hands, then smashed it onto the floor.
And just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tied, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care, now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace, but now there's just an empty space, and I'm lost in this endless chase. Keeping you in my heart, a piece of you I'll never let go. Though distance brings separation,